Want to build the best website? Welcome to Web Info Pros, where we are dedicated to providing accurate, impartial, and timely info found on the net, and the products and services associated with it.
This is the first in a series of episodes covering how to build a website the easiest and most inexpensive way.
Each episode is based on our experience on the internet over the last 20 years, both good and bad. In this one, we're going to discuss the toughest issue: getting started. So let's get started. In building a website, there are a few pitfalls that could keep you from reaching your expectations. And they can be considered disastrous. For example, being more concerned about building a big and complicated website, rather than one that is informative and engaging. Particularly if you are doing it yourself. We want to take a few moments to discuss them. They're centered around the emotional aspect characterized as the fear of the unknown. This section is meant to prepare you for it.
Because what usually goes together with it are the misunderstanding and lack of knowledge about what is entailed in building a website.
We want to spend some time on these issues because newbies hesitate in building a website due to these apprehensions.
But this is a normal and healthy emotional reaction to approaching such a task.
Some say it's too challenging to do it on your own, as a do-it-yourself project. Hopefully, the following will get you in the right mindset. We'll show it's easier than you think.
To make it easier, we do the research for you, saving needless energy.
We'll also save you the time and the frustration.
To help you with our approach, we'll make you a promise. No techno-geek will be spoken. If we do introduce a technical term, we'll take the time to explain it and its importance.
But we will always attempt to use common sense language, so you won't get lost in the minutiae.
We'll concentrate on the finished product, and not the nitpicky details on how to get there. As far as the technical skills required, you'll need to understand simple concepts, and technically, like the ability to compose an email or using a word processor.
It's easier than the hired guns of freelancers or expensive design agencies say it is. Their motivation is to get you to hire them. If you have an indefinite amount of money, then hire someone. It's still not going to get done overnight. It's going to take a lot of your own input and time anyhow. And if they aren't familiar with your topic, they're going to make a ton of mistakes in interpreting what you want to say. Our approach will help you accomplish your goal easily and inexpensively.
If you're looking to do the hands-on approach, or even if you decide to hire someone.
But you may ask yourself this one question: can you do it yourself? You most certainly can do it.
We'll provide essential info, so you have an idea of what to expect, and what are the most crucial practices in building the best website.
If that is what you're looking for, you're in the right place. We'll get into the heart of the process right after these few key points you need to remember. Don't overdo it. Trying to create a masterpiece immediately is not the right approach. Plus, perfect is never done. Trying for perfection will only lead to frustration.
So let's recap quickly. First, it's going to take a while. Be patient with the process and with yourself. Second, it may seem contradictory, but get the initial version with the basics out ASAP. You'll always be fine-tuning and adding or deleting portions of the site over time. But if it takes forever to get it out to the public, look at all the exposure you've lost. You always want the search engines to survey and rank you sooner than later. And third, pick a subject or topic you're interested in. It doesn't matter what the topic is. If you have a passion for it, the quality of the website will be far superior because of your love and desire to inform. And your audience will see it. With this, we'll stop cheerleading and get on to the method itself.
Our first major concept to be considered is, what is content? And how to create it. Without content, we have nothing. It is the first and the most meaningful component of website building. In website design, content refers to the subject and the related components of the web page.
What does content include?
It includes written text, images, color usage, animations, and audio and video presentations. Like the ones you see on a YouTube channel, which can be used to support and promote your site, or on the website itself, to help inform or entertain the visitor. All of which is critical to the site experience, and the value that is being offered by the site. A significant point to make: you should begin your content strategy as soon as possible. And what does that mean to you for your strategy and as far as the next step in the process? In simple terms, that means to start making notes, and prepare an outline of what you want to cover on the site. Also, collect articles, photos, diagrams, and studies about the subject.
Thank goodness for the internet.
By doing this, you will mechanically cultivate and generate what will make the website. The results will be a site that is organized thought, is cohesive and appealing, and maintains the interest of the target audience. While taking these initial steps, see what others in the field are doing on theirs. It may seem like snooping, but it will give you an idea of what may be considered significant, or how to format your site. Or maybe how not to. It sounds simple, which it is. But without taking this straightforward route, you may not get the results that you anticipated. The next initial but important consideration is, what web page format should you use? Our question to you is, what type of website do you want to build? There are many types and motivations for having one. Some sites aim to entertain, communicate, or inform, while others are to support products or perform services. Once the purpose of the site is evident, what format should yours take? When you have a grasp of that, your next step should be to pick the format that you believe best suits that objective. Nearly every article, video, or internet post that we have seen on this subject says the first thing to do is to register your domain. We'll get into how to tackle the question of domains in the next episode, but for now, we disagree. At this point in the process, you should be considering what the form or structure ought to be for yours. Deciding on the type of website in the beginning can save enormous time and frustration in the long run. And the right structure will simplify what you are trying to communicate from the site to the visitor without vagueness. For instance, should it be in one of these classifications? A blog, where you post content on a topic of your choice. A discussion site, where visitors participate in the subject. Or an e-commerce site, meant to sell a product or service. Then there are membership sites, where subscriptions are required to participate. And finally, commercial sites, that are meant to promote a business or service. As mentioned before, any one or all of these categories can be income producing, if that is your intent, but we will get into that in future episodes. Once you have settled on the format for the site, then and only then it is time to pick a name for your domain. The reason is that you want to tie your domain into the purpose of your website. Your domain name is your brand name, and it only makes sense that it reflects what the site is striving to be about. To get the entire printed series, click the download link in the description below for our free ebook. Also, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. We appreciate your support. And please leave a comment. Stay with us to see the next episodes in this series. In them, we deal with the neglected importance of picking your domain name correctly. The first is part 1, dealing with the fundamentals of picking a domain name. And the second deals with the domain name and how it relates to the purpose of the website. See you there.